Boink, boink. Yummy.
All right, we're rolling.
We're rolling.
You know, yesterday, Joe the barber came over and wanted one of these, so I traded him one of these for a haircut.
All right.
And so he's cutting away like most of them do, and he's talking and talking and talking. And I said, you know, I know it's getting thin on the top, but it's just take a little more off the top so that it kind of lays down. And that was the end of the conversation. And then this morning at the post office, he says, anybody comment on your haircut? And I said, no, why? And he kind of snickered. And then this morning at the restaurant, you and your sister were snickering at me. And I thought, what is this all about? Yeah, he said good morning, and that was kind of and I thought, damn, is something wrong with my hair?
Nothing wrong with your hair, Roger. It looks wonderful. We have new toys in, but we weren't going to talk about these things. Epicurean.
Yeah, I know. We got to have Raina come here 5 minutes after we get here.
Well, the box just came in, and we're all excited. We've never seen these before.
I know. And this has got a measuring cup inside of it.
Okay, we're not going to talk about those today, though. We're talking about Finch things.
Finches. To begin with, if you're going to have Finches, you're going to have good Finch seed. And we buy it by the 50-pound bag, and we fill it up. Yeah. I'll open it. They're chromatically
It's measured,
sealed.
actually.
Yeah. And actually, what's nice about this is when you put it in your feeder, you can just pour it right in there, which is nice. But anyway, we had these neat little funnels like this, and we just keep them all filled up and throw the funnel on the floor. And that's what good Niger looks like.
Okay, but you also have told people, they say, how can you tell when it's old? And you put it in your hand and you do this kind of thing, and if it really crinkles and crunches and breaks up, there's no oil left in it. It's old, it's bad, your birds don't like it.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you go in the store, if you go to a box store, hopefully you come here, but if you go to a box store, grab the bag, because they're already bagged up, and just kind of squeeze it a little bit, and if it kind of crunches, don't buy it. It's no good.
So we surrounded ourselves with some of our different Finch feeders, and we actually have more than this in the store. I'm going to start by talking about this little guy, this Droll Yankee one. When we opened the store 8 years ago, this was the size of feeder that we sold mainly. Yeah. And it's a $20 feeder, lifetime warranty on Droll Yankee products. And now I had to dust it off this morning because nobody wants this little thing that you fill all the time.
No, this is the one that we sell.
Or these back here that hold 20 birds. It's like, but we still have these for those of you that are just starting.
By the way, if they're just starting, they can get a jug of Niger and then get a sock. I mean, they're $3.79 for a nice sock. If you're shopping for a sock, make sure you don't get one that's soft. That real soft material, that is no good.
You know what? Yeah. Also, the big box stores sell them filled. And people come in here and they're disappointed. It's like, oh, I want a filled one. I'm like, are you sure? That food is a little bit old.
You don't
coming in that filled sock. Come and get some fresh food.
Okay, here's some nice little feeders here. By the way, why is that glass underneath there?
I put a nondescript glass in it to hold it down so it wouldn't tip over and break. You know, we think of tube feeders and mesh feeders as being your Finch feeders, but there are other choices. You can put it into this feeder. There's a little hole, which you'd probably use that little funnel thing again. And the Finches would love this, and your larger birds can't sit on it. These little ones.
Another thing is make sure that when you buy a feeder that it's easy to fill. You know, like something like this here where the top comes right off real easy.
We have a squirrel-proof one with the weight of the squirrel on here. It closes. This is one of my favorites. But I also want to just point out we have a bear-proof one back there, too. That red one. It's like cast iron. No, it's not quite cast iron.
It's iron.
It's iron. It's a heavy-duty one. This is one of my favorites because when your food is almost gone, usually you've got a little bit here on the bottom. But this has some funnel-type things in here, so you'd have a little bit here and you'd have a little bit here. And you can also fill it from either end so your food would stay more fresh.
More fresher or fresher? Well, what it does,
it could be either.
Well, you're really
English teachers help us out.
It's kind of like the old stuff that's been in there for a while.
It stays on the bottom forever.
I see out of the corner of my eye, Raina is doing that number.
We got a huge shipment of Tervis tumblers in, and we got some with 6 bright, pretty colors, and some different ones. So come on in, and there's new colored lids.
What was
come in
that?
and check out. We have a new clock hanging up. Some old cars, old to new. Okay, I think that's about it. So we've got a large selection of finch feeders. Come on in the store.
And the finches are out there, and they're here year-round, by the way.
Many. There's so many finches, yeah.
Bye.
And the little babies, they're bright yellow, aren't they? They're so cute. We're done. You can quit whenever. We're just talking now. She doesn't even know when to quit, does she? Okay.
No.
You can quit whenever you want to.